Welcome back! We are on level 72 of JoshL4 called Waterworks Factory. And I just had a conversation with Josh last night about the previous level in the set where we had all the links issues and whatnot. He said those were unintentional, so he's going to take a closer look, so that's good news. He also warned me that the last few levels were going to be pretty difficult, and especially this one was no laughing matter in his words, so I'm bracing myself for anything here. I'm going to see how this goes. I don't really know what to think. I'm just going to push some blocks, see how this goes at first. Let me move that there. I don't really want to get rid of a bunch of them because I don't know if I'll have to use some of these later on. But, yeah, I'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so I can't go back, at least not right now. Use the ram technique here for 3 gliders. Also, re-enter the teleport below and quickly get the chip. Quickly. The ram technique for 3 gliders. Okay, the teleport below? Whoa, oh, whoops, I didn't even see that. Okay, this is off to a banner start. We're getting clobbered in the face here with gliders. Alright. So I guess this is kind of the complement to Waterworks Factory, because this one's called Fireworks Factory, right? I wonder what would happen if we were to go back and then try again, but I'm guessing even if that were possible, you really don't want to do that right now. Okay, so what's the ultimate objective here? Is this... Okay, I think what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to go ahead and put a... What? Hang on a sec. Use the ram technique. So I have to keep that glider alive to actually have this work, right? Right, okay. So the question is, how do I destroy the bomb below this thin wall? Like, how does that even work? I'm missing something here, because I don't see how this is even supposed to work. I got 3 blocks, and I know I can't go backwards boosting over the force floors, so that's not going to work. Oh, maybe I had to approach from the bottom. Okay, are there chips under all those? Because that would actually make sense. Okay, that would actually make more sense. So... maybe what I need to do is I need to get this guy off of his thing. What does that clone button do? Okay, I need to get that guy off of there. Problem is that I don't want him to run over the blue key either, so... how do I make him go... or wait, I don't have to. I just need to move a block down to that spot. Okay, let's try that. I'm not sure if I should take that chip, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for now. Alright, so if I move... yeah, okay. I don't know if that's the edge, but if I were to push a block up here, like that, would that work? Okay, that was a complete failure. Let's try that again. I'm guessing we're going to have a lot of those in this video, because especially if this involves some crazy timing. It worries me when it involves crazy timing. I'm just curious, what... oh, okay. I was curious what would happen if I did that, but it's better to try that now than later. Although I don't know if it would be possible later. Okay, so let's try going through here. I still don't know what on earth that does. Does that clone blocks? Is this a cloner? Let's just see. No, that didn't clone a block there. Oh, it clones gliders! Oh ho, okay. Okay, let me start this over now. So that's what they meant by 3 gliders. Okay. See, there's so much hidden information here that you can't even tell what does what, and then that just makes it even more complex. Okay, so that explains what that does. Alright, well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and carry this down over here. Still kind of a little nervous about that part, but maybe what I need to do, hang on a sec, maybe what I need to do is I need to actually put this in here, so that way it will bounce around, right? I mean, that would make sense. Except I just trapped myself. Okay. Alright, I need to be a little less careless here. It's just, I've gotten a little bit cynical about this, just because everything has just been getting so it's just been getting so hard that, whoa, I've almost gotten to the point where I don't really care anymore. And I hate to say that, but it just gets so crazy when it's this hard. I mean, especially after Highly Intoxicated Glider Escort. I mean, that was kind of the last straw. Okay, that will at least... Oh, right, I need to actually bring a block down there. Right. Well, at least I got to see where the edge is. That's good. Okay, JB, get your bearings here. Come on. I mean, if I'm having trouble with this, just imagine what a casual player is having just imagine the amount of trouble a casual player would have with this. I mean, just think about that for a minute. Also, did I just completely trap myself? Okay, no, I didn't. When everything is this confined... Yeah. I did that again. Okay, let me start over again. And just think, this is like just the first part of the level. Imagine what's going to come later where we're going to have to fail and then have to go through this part again. That'll be fun, right? Okay, this time remember to put it through here. There you go. Alright, so now... There we go. So I got that much in. So, what's the whole point of getting... I don't get it. What was the whole point of that? So my ultimate objective, I'm assuming, is to get to all the keys over there, and I'll need... How many blocks to pull that off? Okay, let's start thinking toward those terms. Ultimate objective is to get to all the keys, because I can't get anywhere else without those keys, so... Let's try aiming toward that and just seeing where that goes. Okay, so before I even mess around with this, let's just review the situation. See, the thing about this is... Wait, a ram is to just, like, put something here and then just push that down, but that doesn't work in links, right? Okay, I'm assuming what they're referring to when they're talking about, or when this level's hint is talking about the 3 gliders, is that we need to destroy the 3 bombs with the gliders, right? So maybe this isn't quite as complicated as I thought. I was thinking of a nail, not a ram. That was my bad. Okay. So... I can just do... Wait, no. That's not going to work. I'm trying to think of a way to get this guy out of there without wasting stuff, but... excuse me, I don't think that's actually going to work, is it? I can get 1 block out, so tell you what, let's just do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and prepare that by putting it there. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to move that there and this over here. So that's 1 down. Okay, so now I'm going to put that block there. Let me clone another one. Problem is, how do I extract that? Is there a way to do that? I mean, there has to be a way to do that, right? Tell you what, let me move that there. Because now I can actually get away with that, because since there's no block sitting there. And now... Yeah, that should work, right? I'm kind of abusing a links only thing here, but let's try this out. Okay. So from this point onward, I can just keep that other one there and it will be okay, right? I mean, that should work. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. The thing is, now I'm going to have to do this, right? Yeah. And then push this down? Is that how that works? I guess that's going to have to be how that works. Okay, I think I got this. I was kind of making this way too difficult earlier. Oh, whoops. I forgot about moving that out of the way. There you go. Oh, I'm going to have to put another... Oh, right. I'm going to have to put the RAM back there again to make that work. Okay. Okay, I knew it couldn't have been that easy. Of course it couldn't have been that easy. It seems like the objective of a level like this is to make things as complicated as possible. Okay. So, maybe what I'll do... Hang on a sec. What I'll do is this. Why don't I put that there... and then just move this here. That way we're all set and I don't have to waste any block up high there. I'm sure I'm just kind of... I'm sure this wouldn't work in Microsoft and I'd actually have to waste a block. But I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So at this point I will do that. Right? Okay. Let's go ahead and... take care of this. Okay, so there's a recessed wall under that guy. Sneaky. So I'm gonna have to get a block over there, right? There we go. Who knows, maybe you really do need all of these blocks for something. Oh, I just panicked there. Why do I keep panicking? I don't know. Alright, so let's do this again. Thankfully the first part's pretty easy. I just hope there's nothing that I'm doing wrong by pushing those blocks where I'm pushing them. Okay, so the way I did this before was like this, right? Something like this, at least. There we go. Except now I just pushed that into a corner. Okay, let's start over. So many things to remember. You know, for the record, I don't think I've said anything about this yet, but I'm not going to let that slip. For the record, I really hope, and this is no offense to Josh, because I think levels like this have a place among hardcore players, but I really hope CCLP4 is not like this. I really hope, because I mean this is very much like CCLP3, and I think we've kind of noticed by now. I sure hope we've noticed by now that this sort of level really doesn't seem to sit well with a lot of people. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that there to prepare that. But yeah, I really hope that levels like this can have like their own pack, you know, for the really hardcore players. So I think that would ultimately work better. Okay, so now I think I'll go ahead and just move that other block over there. Oh wait, I can do this because now there's no block there anymore. Okay, never mind. You're not thinking fourth dimensionally, and I totally forgot to do that. Oh right, I'm stupid. Okay, why did I do that? Oh man. We're never going to get past this first part, guys. We're seriously never going to get past this. This is going to take forever. Okay. One day, though. One day, I will see what lies beyond this area. That's kind of what, you know, that's kind of what kept me going in the original Chips Challenge. Is when I was stuck on Paranoia for weeks, I would look in, like, wistfully into that next section. I'd be like, oh, they're not those bugs, you know, what's over there? I want to see what's over there. That looks amazing. You know, I would just I would just be pining for those next few areas. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and move that there, and move you there, and move you there. Okay, that should work. I gotta admit, that whole block under recessed wall, or recessed wall under block thing is kind of cool, but there are some instances where it can surprise you and that's not always a good thing. Like in Blazing Jungle, that was definitely not a good place to be surprised with that. But other than that, I mean, it can work pretty interestingly. It's just that there are some really cruel applications of it. Okay. That should do, right? I'm hoping I don't have to go here later. Okay, that... I'm going to assume that I'm going to come back to that spot with flippers, right? That area with those recessed walls, flippers. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. So I don't see any way to get blocks in there. I mean, I don't think that's possible, so... Okay, so now I'm going to get a bunch of keys, and at least one of these blocks will be used on that water tile over there. Okay, so in Microsoft's, I wouldn't have that leftover block, so that makes sense, right? Alright. Good, good, good. I think... Okay, this, and I'm assuming that is what I do next, right? And then I have to bridge down there. There are arrows pointing down, so I'm going to assume that's good. And I can't really get to those force floors, so I'm assuming those are just clues for going down. Alright, I hope I have enough. I hope this isn't terribly mean. I mean, I didn't do much damage in terms of pushing blocks in weird places at the beginning, so... I'm going to cross my fingers on this one. Alright, I'm... This spot right here, I'm going to go ahead and move that there. I'm going to go ahead and push... Oh, man, I hate to trap some of these, but... You know what, I'm going to move this over here. I really need to make room. Yeah, that should be enough, right? At least 4 more should do. Okay, let's just go with 4. I'm just going to assume that that will be enough. I'm hoping there's nothing beyond this space out here. It looks like I can't get anywhere else, so I'm going to assume 4 is okay. Alright, so now we got a fireball circling around and a trap that I can't even get to, which is kind of a cool idea. And a blue door. Okay, so remember there's a blue door there. Now what is that about? Do I want to go up there? I mean, I don't think I've got a choice, do I? Is there anything under these? It doesn't seem like it. Okay. I still got 2 blocks. I'm wondering if that's useful. See, the thing is, do I want to go back into the teleport, or is that just going to lead to certain death? Alright, I'm going to go through here. Okay, there's the blue key that I've been looking for. So does this bounce back? No, okay. So do I get that glider onto the trap button somehow? Or do I get the block back there? Okay, it's looking like I get the block back there. You never know. I'm preparing myself for monster manipulation, shenanigans, and all sorts of things that could happen. There we go. Okay, and this is why I used to bridge back over there. Okay, I see now. That's cool. See, these sorts of rooms aren't so bad when everything actually works, you know, when everything is very straightforward, even though it's all Whoa! Oh my goodness, I almost stepped right into that fireball. When everything's all compact like that, but... Okay, this area seems to be next. And here's where I seem to get the flippers. Okay. This is going to be tough. Okay, go for it. See, the problem is, I'm afraid in links this is not going to work. Yeah. Okay. How to get past that room. See, dodging that tightly, that far into a level, I mean, that is cruel. I'm sorry to say so, but it's cruel. I mean, how do you expect players to be able to pull that off? I mean, there really is no way. And especially in links where, you know, you have to be very specific with the stepping in that spot, unless there's just some way I'm missing. I mean, and if that's the case, then that's pretty much akin to the end of you can't teach an old frog new tricks. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but that is pretty much what that is like. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, don't do that. Do this. Okay, I almost did that mistake again. Okay. Okay, then do this. Alright, last one. Okay, this section really is not that bad. I was making it ridiculously complicated. I was trying to do nails, because Josh made another level. It was called, I think it was called Burning Gliders, and it had a bunch of nails like that in there with gliders and blocks, and, you know, I was thinking, oh, you know, this is just like that, you know, and stuff. Okay, I'm just going to do it the way I did last time, just to be on the safe side. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I hope I can still get out of this alive. I think I can. Okay, yeah, this will work. And I still got... Well, no, I don't have an extra block. Okay. So I guess this method uses one more block. But I think we'll be okay. I don't really see any other reason why we would need another block around here, especially if we'll get flippers in here in just a minute. But let's just go ahead and clear the way up here. Do our thing. For some reason, my computer seems to be lagging. Like, the frame rate on Tile World just doesn't seem to be quite as good. I might have a few too many things running right now. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. I need to get this over with. I need to know how to do this. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do this section first, because I think I can... Unless there's something well, there might be something I forgot that I'll need to take in there that I get in the fireball area, but I think it's just ships there for now, right? I'll do this first. I'll do it first. Might as well. Okay. That teeth section, that bothers me. It really does. I mean, I like dodging teeth, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you pretty much need specific knowledge about whether teeth follow you vertically or horizontally, and, you know, all that stuff. I mean, with a section that small, and with a recessed wall, too, I mean, it's like you have to follow a very specific path in order to get out of that alive. And that is a lot to expect out of a player. I mean, that is a lot to expect. Okay. Okay, blue key now. Okay, we can go down through the blue door. No! Ugh. I was pressing the right key and then my finger just stopped and froze. You know, I hate it when that happens. I freeze so much. Like, part of my brain was like, yeah, go for it, you know, and then the other part was like, no, 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 it's not safe. You know, it's just... I just cannot stand it when that happens, guys. I'm sorry. Why? Why? I don't... Okay, we can do this. We can totally do this. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now it's just another clone, and then we can bridge across. Alright. I'm sorry that these have been very repetitive videos to watch lately. I knew these levels would be hard, but I didn't know that they were going to be this hard. I mean, like I said, they're technically fair, but in terms of expecting the player to be able to get this done within a reasonable amount of time, they're really not. And especially, like I said, especially since Chip's Challenge really has no way to save your progress or undo your mistakes. If it did, this would be a different story, but as it stands, it really doesn't. I mean, there are games that allow you to do that, and because of that, it's a lot easier to make hard puzzles for them. And it's a lot more reasonable to play those puzzles because you can save your progress and stuff. But here, I mean, you have to go all the way back to the start and play for another 4 minutes before you get back to this section. I mean, in this day and age, you really can't expect people to do that. And again, it falls into that category of just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I mean, it really does. Okay, I'm also having to deal with this slowed down tile world. That's the other reason why this isn't really going so well. At least it feels slower than normal. Maybe it's just me. But it feels like there's a little bit of lag. Okay, there we go. I wonder what's causing this lag. I just don't see what else I've additionally opened up on my computer. Oh, Photoshop. That's probably it. It's probably Photoshop. I was using that for work. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to go around just to be safe. There we go. Alright, so here we are again. So the teeth has to go there. See, what I'm thinking... Okay, I'm going to try something. There we go. That's a little too crazy. Alright, so here... Oh, I see the game. Okay, so I have to get all the blocks out of there, but I also have to create a bridge that will allow me to get back to the recessed wall path. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just move those up there, and then that. I'm going to have to push some of these into the water. Yeah, okay, I've just got enough. Okay. Wow. Nothing is wasted in these levels, I'm telling you. See, usually Josh puts extra blocks in most of his levels, but not here. Well, I guess that opening room had some extra blocks, maybe, if there's nothing else I have to do there. But here, it's certainly looking like a different story. And I can't really go into that room without getting myself trapped, so I'll go through here for now. And what on earth is this all about? Okay, so that bug seems to have to go over there. I've got a glider, and I've got some... Wow. What is this all about, everybody? I don't know. We got a blue wall thingy going on. Was I actually supposed to even do that? I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, probably not. Don't you just hate it when you do things and you unknowingly just screw up another area? But maybe not. Maybe this can still be salvaged. So it appears that glider has to get out of there and blow up that bomb? Maybe? I don't know. What does the tank do? The tank goes into the water. Is that something I really want to have happen, though? What is the purpose of this mechanism here? I'm not seeing what that's all about. And does this go back down? Yes, it does. Okay. Okay, so I've kind of got a feel for what's here. I need to get to that bomb over there. And it seems like the glider is the only thing that, or the bug is the only thing I can accomplish that, because the glider cannot come in through there because of all these gravel tiles. Also, what's over here? Is this... Okay, there's another glider with a red key over there. Interesting. I'm going to assume, because of that recessed wall, that the glider has to blow up that bomb. I mean, I have to blow up that bomb just to get the block out of here, so let me go and do that. There we go. I'm very shaky with my keystrokes here, just because I'm very nervous. And because of that, all these close quarters dodging things are just kind of a little iffy. Now, there's a limited number of blocks I can get down here, right? So, I'm going to assume... Okay, so I can... This area is completely blocked by the thin walls, right? How many blocks do I ultimately need to get in here? It looks like I've got one. Wait, didn't I get a red key? Oh wait, no, I haven't gone back for that yet. Here we go. Okay, so the red key, along with whatever blue key I'm going to eventually get, helps get that block out. Okay. Oh, I see. I think... Yeah, I think these areas here... Okay. You have to maneuver the blocks into the water there, and you can't do that from up here because of this wall, so you have to go down. Okay, I see now. Now, the other question I've got is, does that glider that we saw earlier go into that bomb? The one right over here? Because it certainly looks like that's possible. But the question now is, where's the blue key? Is it in this blob room? I don't like the look of this, especially in links. Alright, I'm going to place the block there. Okay, good. There's a blue key. That's good news. Okay. I don't like the look of this. I'm going to have to push that thing down at some point. Okay, get over on that side. No, get over on the right there. There we go. Phew, okay. That's one thing down. Okay, I pretty much am forced to get it out now unless I just push it back to the left, and I really don't want to do that. So at this point, I got both the keys I need to unlock that other block, right? Alright. The question is, am I going to be able to get out of this alive? Because at this point, it's not looking very likely. I wish there was more room, especially in links with all this uneven movement here with this thing. There. Okay, good. That was close. Okay. I'm going to keep that there on the gravel. That's not really going to accomplish anything differently, but what I can do is I can go ahead and do this bit of business there. So I've got 4 blocks. Okay, so I know where they ultimately need to go. The question now is, can I get this glider over here still, even with my failed... Okay, I'm going to say the answer to that is yes. If I can get it in here, then it will find its way out. So I'm assuming that this is salvageable. Maybe. Okay, now it's just going to loop around. No! Oh my goodness, seriously? Seriously? Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's try again. I'm telling you, when the quarters are that close, it is just a nightmare, especially if your brain just can't process all that stuff going on at that speed. Like, my brain has to deliberately think about stuff. I'm sorry, but I'm not the type of person who can process all that stuff at lightning speed like that. And yes, I know technically I could have seen it coming and all that, but... I mean... with all the other things going on, I mean, how many things do you expect the player to remember? I mean, how many? I mean, when's it end? I mean, when's the threshold for that? I mean, because technically you can say that any number of points that you have to remember is quote-unquote fair. But is it really fair, though? I mean, it really isn't when you think about it. It really isn't that fair to expect people to remember that. I'm sorry I have to be this terse about it, but when you have to backtrack all the way back to the start like this, with no recourse but just to repeat everything and hope that you remember everything that you did before, yeah. That's when it gets a little bit to the point of unacceptable to put this much stuff in the level that requires that much precision, that much amount of thinking, you know, that much memorization, you know, everything. I mean, it just gets to the point where it's unbearable after a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, once again, the stuff in the level isn't bad. I mean, it really isn't bad. It's just, when strung together, then it becomes a problem. When strung together with this much of a concentrated dose, then it becomes an issue. Okay. So you can visit that before going down here. Well, that's good news. Also, I just realized... Well, no, that's not possible, because it was pop-up walls that lead in there. I was going to say, once you get the flippers, can you go back to the starting area? But I don't think you can. I didn't check that, but I think that's just because you had to pass through all the pop-up walls before you get to that teeth room. Okay. This lag is really driving me crazy. You know what? I'm going to exit Photoshop. I'm going to see if this does anything. Sorry you have to see that right there. Alrighty. What you just saw was my photography business logo. Or at least part of it. It was the transparent version of it. Okay, let's think here. Okay, the strategy we used last time works. There we go. Yeah, I can't get back. There's no way. So let's just do exactly what we did last time. I think that's the most sound strategy at this point. The nice thing is that this part is not really that hard. There's no, you have to put dirt in one of the spots sorts of things going on. Thankfully there's none of that. If there was some of that, it would be really tough. Okay, I'm gonna assume that we need to get... Wait a minute. How do we get in there? Is there something else that we can use to make that happen? How do we get into that bomb area? I don't see how that's possible. I'm still wondering if I need to save that tank for something. I don't see what I could do with it, but... If I need to use that to manipulate a monster somewhere down the line, I don't really want to mess this up. Okay, there we go. You go in there. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to be a little more cautious about this. I'm not going to remove that dirt. That's pretty much the kiss of death when it comes to this level. Or this part. There we go. Except I totally forgot to put a block in there, and now it's just going to go down. So yay for that. But maybe that was actually the right thing to do. Except probably not, because even with this other glider, that's not going to work, is it? But maybe this other glider can take care of this part here for us. I don't know. Well, even if we did, how am I going to get across there when there's only 4 blocks and I need all 4 of them here in this bit? I mean, I do need all 4 of them to fill up the water, right? Alright, I'm just going to keep playing and see what happens. Okay, this part is a pain. It really is a pain. I mean, I like blobs. I'm not one of those blob-hating people. I'm like, oh, blobs, down with the blobs. You know, but when they're in these... Yeah, exactly. When they're in that, you know, tight a space, and you have to push a block through them, I mean, come on. There gets to a point where it's ridiculous. And yes, in Microsoft, it's probably easier. But in Lynx, it is not easy. I mean, it may look easy when you're watching the video, but trust me, it is not. It is far from easy. And I just royally messed that up, didn't I? Except maybe not. Hang on a sec. Except I think I did. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Hang on. Hang on. I think I got this. No. I'm sorry about this, guys. I really am. I really am sorry about this. I wasn't expecting... I knew the levels would be hard, but I wasn't expecting this hard. I wasn't expecting, super precision, teeth dodging and stuff when I started this set. I mean, I always knew Josh to be someone who put extra blocks in his levels and stuff, But it looks like that's changed with levels like this. And I don't mean that as a slight against Josh. I just mean that against against this type of level designing. I mean, that's really what I'm trying to get at here. I'm not trying to bash Josh, because he makes great levels. I mean, he really does. But this type of level designing, I thought it died with CCLP3. Apparently, I was wrong. I mean, I thought we got to a point where we thought that these sorts of levels were a little too much for people, but apparently not. Okay. Also, I'm not sure if I would call this a ram. I mean, you're putting a block into the force floor, but I thought a ram was the act of actually, like, pushing the block in a direction that's not the force floor to keep it there, while you move a block that's in front of it out of the way. Kind of like in After the Rainstorm from CCLP2. See, that I thought was what a ram is. I guess this is sort of like that, but when I thought of ram, I got it confused with a nail, and that was my fault. I really shouldn't have done that. Okay. So back through here, and whoa, I guess I couldn't have pressed that down. There was a wall there. Panicking when there doesn't need to be panicking. You know how it goes. Alrighty, there. And that. There we go. That's the faster way to do that part, not like the way I've been doing it before. Where I push the top one first. Okay, so I'm trying to go over that section in my head, that section up, the last section that we've been visiting. So you get, I'm assuming you get all 4 of the blocks, but what destroys the bombs? I mean, you need at least 3 bombs to be destroyed to make that whole thing work, right? Also, I need to take back my statement about no extra blocks in this level, because clearly that opening room had extra blocks. I mean, I was being tough on this level just because I'm frustrated. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, and I'll get that chip when we actually turn the block. Save some time. At this point, I'm trying to shorten the video as much as possible. I'm trying to make this as least lengthy as I can, while still showing you guys everything. Okay. I'm just gonna think this through, because we got lots of time this time. Okay, so I need 3 bombs to be exploded. No, I need more than that to be exploded. Yeah, because all of those are locked, so how do you do that? Okay, I'm just going to leave that room alone, because I can't see any way that could work. The other thing that I have to wonder about is how do I get past the water and into that area there, because I can't push a block into that water. There's no way to maneuver a block here because of this wall and this wall. That's not going to work, so I need flippers. I mean, I don't see any other way, so I think at this point what I'm going to do is I'm just going to proceed like I have been. I'm going to get the red and blue keys first, take care of all of that, and then I'll release that glider on the right. Alright, I'm going to leave the block there. I don't want to start pushing stuff around. At least not yet. I'll have to push this into there, but I can afford to do that. I mean, that's not bad. Maybe this... No, that glider's not going to work. I'm going to say maybe that glider can do the trick, but I'd rather have it be this other one. Thing is, can this glider do something else for us? Can he go in... Maybe he can go in there. Maybe that actually accomplishes something I don't know about yet. I just wish we could see the big picture. That's my issue right now. Come on, go in that space where the chip was. That's a good spot to be. Go in there, come on. Yes! There we go. Okay, that's a pretty sound strategy for that bit. Okay, so now I'm just going to move that down a couple of spaces, and then I'll do this. Okay. Silly me and forgetting to do things in the exact order when there's an exact order required. Okay, so now I got that taken care of. So I'm going to assume that... Oh, I get it now, because you can only go through there once, and... Yeah, okay, I see the issue now. That's why you have to do all this stuff. Okay. Yeah, because if I didn't get the tank out of the way, then I would be in trouble. Okay. Yeah, because you can only go through those things one time. Okay, that makes way more sense than what I was trying to do just a little while ago. Now, assuming that bomb is exploded because I need to actually maneuver blocks over this way, right? Is that the reason why I explode the bomb? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, good. Now I can actually go through that. I think that's what I needed to do that for. That's what that glider is ultimately used for, so that makes sense. Okay, the question now is, where on earth do I get a yellow key? Because I don't remember getting a yellow key anywhere. At least I don't recall that. And I guess I don't even need to go through that recessed wall, do I? See, up here... Wait a minute, I can just bring them all down there, right? Who needs a yellow key? Hang on, let me try that. Because I can totally do this, right? I mean, I can just do this little thing and... Yeah, I mean, I don't think this will be an issue. Unless the yellow key is under this block. In fact, I seem to recall, I think it was, because I want to say right before I died stupidly that one time I did, yeah, there it is. Okay, good. So that solves that mystery, but I don't think we really need it. I'll just go ahead and do this anyway, but yeah, I don't really see the need for that. Now, if this were, like, closer here to where you need to get the blocks turned to get into the water, then yeah. But since there's that extra space, I don't think that's actually necessary, is it? At least I'm not seeing it. Yeah, because even I can go here into this other area via that space right here where I'm standing. Alright, so that should be good for bug release. Alright, so now we can get the green key, and we are finally done with this section. That was a cool idea. I really like that. A little bit crazy with that blob, and I wasn't sure about this whole bomb blowing up business, but yeah, it wasn't all that bad in the end. So now I'm going to go and do this stuff. And what does this do? Okay, that returns me to the start. Can I go through there again? Okay, I can go through there again. The question is, do I want to go through there right now? Because what if there's something else? Oh, I can't actually go back. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm assuming that there wasn't anything at the start that actually had fire that I need to do. Alright. I'm going to run with that, hoping that's actually the case, because I can't think of anything back there that was fire-related, so I'm just going to... Okay, good, I can go through here, and now I can use these blocks. Awesome. Alright. Okay, and they all have chips under them, it sounds like. Okay. Wait, did I need to save some? I really hope I didn't need to save some. Okay. In any case, I got one. I don't know if I need to save any or not, but I got one. So that's something. Alright, so I got that done. I need 2 more chips, but where to find them? That's the question. I think I've explored just about everything, right? Unless, hang on, maybe there's more to see around the rest of the level. Okay, there's one, and then there's... Oh, right! That one! I totally forgot about that. Duh. Okay. Now, it's time for exits-ing. Maybe. If I can find my way back. Okay, here we go. This is familiar territory. This is good news. Awesome. Okay, we're back at the start. Alright, so now the question is, where do I go for the exits? Because I went over through that earlier, but I worry about going through this bit right here, because I don't know... Okay, that connects the gravel. Okay, and I saw that the exit was connected with that top right room, so yeah, this is safe. This is good. So, re-enter the teleport below and quickly get the chip? Oh, was that one of those things where you push the trap button and then a block clones onto it? Was that what that was all about? I don't know what that was referencing. And yay, dodging at the end. Hooray. But not too bad. Alright, we finished Waterworks Factory, everybody. At the end, it didn't really end up being that bad. It's just... there were so many things in there that require precision, and if there's one recommendation I'd have to make for a level like that, it's to avoid the precision stuff, because the later on you get into the level, the more frustrating it really gets to be able to do those things correctly. And then when you get more flustered, then you lose more motivation to do that. So I know that's on me, and I mean, that's not technically on the level, but when the level is like that, it sure isn't helping. I mean, the stuff in the level, once again, I'm going to say the stuff in the level was great. I mean, the stuff there was amazing, but I feel like it could have been split up into a couple levels and some things could have been removed. So that's my opinion on it. You know, take it with a grain of salt if you want, but overall, I mean, I personally enjoyed it, you know, for what it was. So, you know, don't get at me wrong when I was frustrated earlier. I mean, I still believe what I believe about the level design tactic of, you know, putting a bunch of things in a row like that and expecting accuracy, but, you know, for a level that does that, you know, it was still fun. So, you know, I will say that. Anyway, we'll move on to Deserted Laboratory in the next video.